Yep, welcome everybody. We're having some technical difficulties, so we're running a bit behind. We didn't get it's no telegram that got sent out yet. We're working on it, so hardly anyone's in here. Should be there any moment. She is. There it is. Nice little sell-off we just had. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. We went down $5 in 30 minutes on basically no headlines. Coming from Freddie Mac's chief economist, maybe. No, that was only a minute ago.
Ooh, not a lot of people here. Did the emails go out, Matt?
I think they're going out at the
So
moment.
everything is late today.
Yep,
Let me tell her.
I did.
Oh, all right. All right. So Deanna knows, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and see what's going on YouTube, and then we'll start. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go to YouTube here. All right. Here's me. Here's videos. All right, we got quite a lot of people on YouTube actually. Hey Robert, hey Kevin, hey Bill, Eagle Beagle. No Telegram link. Yeah, they're posting it right now. Yeah, they're posting it right now. Did everybody get did your emails come, folks? Hey SJ, Richard, Jody, Patrick, Eagle, Bill, Kevin, Robert. All right. All right. Porky's is here. Hey Terry, Wade, Glenn, iPhone, Robert, Charlene. We got Steve says no email or text. Not good. Harold, Peter, Sylvia. Yeah, BBWI. That's definitely on my list. Hey, Arnolfo, Petro. Do you? Let me ask you this question: the people who get emails every day, not the people who hardly ever get their emails. The people who are getting their emails every day, are you getting your emails today? That's a better question because I know some of you don't get emails. Hey, Steve. Hey, Matt. Hey, William. Robert. Oh, it's up 95 points. European now went down. Yep. Cyrus, Steve, Ralph, Gus. Email received at 12:03. Okay, so emails are coming in. They're just coming in a little late. Use text message, John, Bob, Hopium, Strato, SB, how are ya? The market didn't get the memo. Hey, Richard, Randy, all points, Phil, Porky's, John, Steve, Matt, Brendan, John. I'm just quickly scrolling. Russ, David, Matt, Thomas, Christian, Matt. Let me go all the way down. Zoom user, W. Moore, Ken, Geothi, Carol, both were late. Talked about Strangle yesterday, how to handle. I'll talk about that SMCI. Uh, let's see what's SMCI. Yeah. Although it was a bonus trade, I will talk about it. It doesn't look like it's making us money. So you can either liquidate it at the end of the day today at a loss, or you can wait till tomorrow. It's going to decay, but we're looking for one side to take over the other. That's that. And I'll talk about it in more detail. Just wanted to see how everybody's doing, make sure everybody comes in. Gave you guys a trade in. I just gave you guys a trade in the VIP in the pit. Official trade this week, actually. I waited till Thursday to give you guys an official trade to show you how I mean the market's just it's horrible. Richard from Puente Gorda, we missed you this morning. You must have been playing hooky. That's right, Adam. The regulars know. The regulars know. I got a lot of people here. It's been very, very rough. Computer issues. How you got to have a backup, Richard. Do you think that the way analysts pan CRM good results is a reason enough to explain? No, no, Christopher, not even close. I think it just has to do with unforeseeability. The big giveaway was the global markets were not buying it at all. Okay. So I mentioned something to you guys this morning in the show. Matter of fact, I did better than mentioning it to you. I actually posted it. I want to show you guys something. And I was pretty adamant about this too. See the X right here? See the 8-day EMA? That's the 8-day EMA, right? S&P 500. 8-day EMA right there. Semiconductors.
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Well, that's not going to help you guys a lot. Let me share my screen. What a fool I am. If anybody was in my show earlier today, in my morning show, you guys would have seen this. So look where I drew the line at the 8-day EMA. Look where I drew, same thing here. And X right there, same thing. Twice. You guys should see it now. And what did I tell you about NVIDIA? I drew a little, now, let's look at what happened 3 hours later. It's nice to keep records of things. Let me just get my TC2000 here. Yeah, I just shared my screen. You guys should be able to see my screen. Yeah, we had a record today, Matt, almost a record at our show in the morning show. So I'm curious, where's everybody here? We got only 300 people here, but it's still pretty early. People usually come in for
they trickle in.
Yeah, 62. We were doing okay. Here we go. Here's SMH. See where the 8-day EMA is? Hey, Vladimir, how are you? Karen says taco action today. He's messing with Harvard again. That doesn't, if it doesn't interfere with the market, doesn't mean anything to me. See, guys like that, Harvard, Barron getting in, is that going to influence the market? No. Am I going to talk about it? No. Tariffs, that's all I'm going to talk about. I got a couple of emails. I got 2 emails. Please stop talking about politics. Folks, I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about the markets. They're being driven by politics. As soon as the markets are not being driven by politics, I will not be talking about politics. If something political is not driving price, then I won't be talking about it. No, it's okay, Karen. It's not it's not like you gave away the, it's all good. It's all good. Let me pull up something here. Okay. So notice how we're just coming right up to the 8-day EMA, and how if you look at the QQQ, we actually came right, look at where we came to the 8-day EMA. That's a test right there. That's a test. Now, you may or may not have remembered me saying this, but I said to you guys that we need to back test before moving forward. And while we did break out the high, we made a new high, we also back tested this. No, it's not, Cyrus. See, here's the thing. My job, literally, My job is to be fixated on what's driving price. When when there's nothing driving price, political, that's I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But when you go to bar chart, it's literally the first sentence. How the hell am I not going to talk about politics when politics is what's driving the market right now? Literally, it's driving the market right now. So it's very frustrating not to be able to talk about what's driving price or basically have people who have this weird belief in how the market works dictate to me what I should or shouldn't talk about, which I think is really funny. Nestor, why did you get out of that trade? It's still moving. Why didn't you at least wait till the end of the day? Nestor informed me he took a loss on SMCI. It will happen. Uh, Christopher said, you said so clearly it was part of the morning missive. Exactly what it was. 1 second. I want to check something here. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Richard, I know. Thank you for saying it. Please don't post it here. I know you posted it to host some panelists, but we don't post trades that are currently open in other programs in this room, remember? And I know you're not doing it intentionally, and I'm not upset at you or anything like that. Just please, if you don't mind, don't do that. Thank you. So we got that back test. We got that back test. We got that back test. This is important. That means the market can now move higher. We didn't just open here and go higher. We actually opened here, tested this. That's really, really good. That's fine, Nestor. That's fine. These are news-driven bonus trades. That's just absolutely fine. Mm. So I want to see this continue, and I want to see towards the end of the day. Here's what I want to see, folks, and I'm going to tell you what I want to see. I want to see the Nasdaq. Of course, Bev, I will, but for every 500 that understand it, one or two just don't want to accept it. They just they're too. They got their agenda. They can't. You know, I'm sorry. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm sorry. You're not gonna have a clear. If you do that, you're not. If you're being biased, and you have that means you have a blind spot. And if you have a blind spot, you have a huge disadvantage. Oh, I will, Bev, of course. Yeah, yeah, I do ignore them, but it's just, folks, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not doing this to piss anyone off. But you're not going to do me. You're boycotting me is not going to do you any favors. You're not going to. It's like stepping on your own toe. You're not going to. It's not going to affect me. I have a record. You know, my client list is moving up like this. Why can't we see everyone's questions and points being made? SM, why don't you ask them that? Because they're writing me notes to host and panelists and not putting them to everybody. So here, Don, I'm going to repost these. I'm going to repost these. I don't think people are doing this intentionally, but I will repost these because these are nice things. Uh, that's it. Those are the two. Please post for everybody, guys. And here's another one. This is a good one from Don. Let's quit trying to tell him how to do his job. But people are. The people are. It's amazing, really, but people are. So I like this back test. I like the market here. I like the fact that we're respecting the 8-day EMA. I like the fact that we didn't run out like a bat in hell. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to post SMH now. I was trying to change the ticker symbol on my chart. I like SMH. Everything I said about QQQ applies to SMH. I don't like the intraday price action at all. I don't even know what to make of it, to be quite honest with you. But I do like the fact that we're still near the 8-day EMA. That's useful here. That's useful. I like that. If you look at the Dow Jones, we're nowhere. And if you look at equal weighted SPY, you will, excuse me, SPY is right here. SPY. RSP. And by the way, I wanted to show you this. I promised I show you this in the morning. So you see the screen? RSP mags, right? Me either, Marty. And you see right here, SMH, QQQ, SMH, QQQ. You don't need to be as elaborate as me if you have limited real estate space in terms of your screens. But that's what I would suggest. That's what I would suggest you do. Now I can't move this damn thing. Okay, here we go. So you see that? Look, RSP and mags, SMH and QQQ. I don't have them in any specific order. I just want to make sure that I'm always watching them. Now, I have a lot of monitors and I have a lot of space dedicated to my monitors. So I am, yeah, Linda, what you could do if you want just to save yourself a little space. And honestly, I don't even know why I have the Pro Trader dashboard. It's kind of nice to have it and I have the real estate space, but you could do this. You could just, have 4 screens and put right here RSP, put mags or spy, not spy. Spy, you should have your own. Here, I have a dedicated screen to the spy. So I have just one screen where I'm looking at the daily spy and I'm looking at the intraday spy. And you can see I just have the VWAP here and a couple of moving averages. That's it. So my point is, I'm looking at every given time. I'm doing this. I'm looking at equal weighted SPY. I'm looking at QQQ. I'm looking at mega caps and I'm looking at semiconductors. And I have them on one screen. And I also have a screen that has these right here, internals, like you guys do. So I literally have several screens that are just showing me what the markets are doing. And that's what I'm really looking at the most. I pretty much use my TC2000, which is on a whole different computer, to look at stocks. But this stuff is just for looking at market action, okay? There is a Zoom link where thank you, Naples fan. So I'm just letting you know that, would you go short on RSP? Would I be going short RSP? No, I wouldn't be doing anything on RSP. I'm just watching RSP and I'm seeing how strong the blue chips are in comparison to the mags. I don't really trade these too much. If I'm going to trade something, it's going to be the QQQ or the SPY. It's a good question. Fair question. Fair question. Volt is really upticking right now nicely, just so you guys know. Really nicely. It's been crap today. The trading action intraday has been crap. The number of stocks increasing went from 1449 in the morning to only 434, which means the number of stocks moving is getting smaller as the day is continuing, which makes sense. Remember, we opened up all the way up there and then we came all the way down there. So the question is, are we going to break this level up here, the 790, and come back up? Volatility peaked about 20 minutes ago, and that's been going down, which is good for us. And Volt is now going up. I'd like to see Volt above this level here, start a trend. That's what I would want to see on Volt. And again, today is the first day that I went long, not bonuses, but like a directional position in the pit this week. So you could see why. And I'm really glad that I did that. I mean, I don't know if I'm glad that I did that. I'll let you know after I get out of the trade. But I'm glad I did that because look at this. I mean, we've been just this is not great trading action, but it's moving in the right direction. So I really don't like the intraday price action, but I kind of like the overnight daily price action. I like this tail. I like how we almost clipped the 8-day EMA. Let me see if we actually clipped the 8-day EMA on that. 1 second, please. Yes, I'm using mags as an indicator, John. You see, you're asking a good question, John, but I wish you asked it so people can actually see what you're asking. Folks, please change your settings to everyone. Most guys in my position, they want you not to see what anybody else is posting. They don't want the transparency. I love the transparency. I have nothing to hide. So I want everyone to see what you guys are posting. There's no secrets here. Okay? There's no secrets here. Only monkey business. So yeah, you see what John just said? Yes, I'm using RSP. I'm using mags. Look, I'm using RSP. I'm using mags, and I'm using here, and I'm using this SMH and QQQ as indicators. You don't have to have four screens for them or two screens for them. I'm getting a little carried away here. Yeah, the market does look like it's been through a wood chipper. Yeah, because you know why, Richard? Because they don't like to multitask and they don't like to see people post things, negative things about me. I just don't care. I'm very secure in myself. I'm at the point where I just don't care anymore. I really just don't care. Like, I don't care. You guys love me, that's great. You guys don't like me, that's great. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm pretty good at what I do, and that's all that matters. Exactly, Bill. That's all that matters. All right. So you guys understand I have a separate page for the market internals. Now, the only thing I don't have here, which is something that Richard has and I don't, is the bond market. I just look at bonds on a separate screen all day long because I like bonds a lot, but that's about it. Exactly. I just don't care. I'm just myself. I am what I am, you know? I am what I am. Matt and I, we just don't follow the trend, do we, Matt?
Nope.
We just do our own thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Volume today. Volume is good today. Look at this. We're at 68% of the daily volume on SMH. We're at 73 on QQQ. We got volume. We just have sporadic trading action. See, here's what's causing the problem. I'm going to tell you what's causing the big problem. If you look at this, you see how there's just not, how who was it just that asked that's right, Catherine Popeye. Exactly, Cyrus. Just I am what I am. Yeah. Thank you, Bruce. But you guys see what's going on here? You got a book and half the book is green, half the book is red, and there's nothing over 1%. On a day we had a GDP and Nvidia earnings. Richard, if I made a bet with you for $10,000 and said, "Do you think we're going to have volatility today?" Wouldn't you all say, "Of course," right? Now, don't you remember, Pauline, what I said about CRM yesterday morning? I made a big issue about it. Nobody else talked about CRM, but CRM didn't do well, and that's also a major problem on the market. And look at Nvidia, not good, and below the VWAP all day. But here's what I wanted to tell you. Do you guys remember yesterday we had the call with the guys with the boys? We had TLT Anukumar. She's asking, or he's asking, excuse me, if we trade bonds. TLT, this right here, this baby, which is going up. If that information came out and market could sustain a rally, I don't know what it would take. Exactly. That's what. Thank you, Richard. So here's something important. Yesterday we had a Yelta conference with me, Lance, Kane. Everybody was there except Jack and T-Buzz. It was a very good session. We had 1,000 people there. But remember something interesting I said? I said everybody's expecting a big move tomorrow. We haven't had big moves, and we're already in July. We may not have a big move tomorrow. Does anybody remember that? It's only been 23 and a half hours. See, Christopher? And what did CRM do this morning? It offset NVIDIA. Yeah. But I said yesterday during the session, I said, everybody's expecting a big move. We haven't had big moves on these stocks lately. So something important. But let's move on. I want to give you guys the major analysis. Why did CRM go down, Bill? They didn't surprise Wall Street enough. It didn't give Wall Street what it needs, and that offset the gains that we saw on CRM to quite a degree, as I told you it would. The sound machine, Ken, I've been too focused on AZP. I'll get it. I'll put it together next weekend. If you guys remind me, next weekend is tomorrow. Shoot. If you guys remind me tomorrow afternoon or send me an email over the weekend, I'll have the sound machine ready by Monday. No, no, I have to do it. It's my job. Yes, Bill. You guys got to send me an email this weekend. Remind me about the sound machine. Okay. All right. Now, I promised you that I would go through the major sectors. So I'm going to do that right now. And this is a great time to do it too. I'm glad I waited till today. No, I won't. Michael, that's where we actually have sounds, real sound machine, sound effects, like dollar, like cha-ching, and the monkey noises and all the fun stuff. I remember we had one during last cycle, presidential cycle. We even had a Trump one that said "You're fired, you're fired, you're fired." Yeah, I'll bring my sound machine back. So let's go through all the sectors, okay? Let's go through the major sectors. Could be very muted pending big political events like tariffs. Well, Don, if last night's news was not big news, I honestly don't know what was. What did Cam? Cam has a message to me right now. Hold on. What does Cam want? Let's see. Someone mentioned you were talking about voice alerts in. Ah, all right. He didn't understand. Cam didn't understand. He thought that there was someone talking in voice alerts in Alpha Zone. That's pretty funny. I like that. Can you imagine? It's time to go long. It's time to go short. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine price action we'd be seeing if Nvidia missed? Holy moly. The monkey, yes, the monkey. I think that I've been using strangles enough and I would appreciate even more discussion on it. I could see the rationale for them. Good, Christopher. We'll have more discussions on them. I'll talk about SMCI since we talked about it here yesterday. I'll talk about it. Yes, Adam. We haven't, Adam, this is why. There's an answer to Adam's question. Adam, did you? Yes, you posted for everyone. Good man. Let me show you why. 21 stocks making 52-week highs, 15 stocks making 52-week lows, 20-week highs, 10 stocks, 12 stocks, 24 stocks. How do you make money? You got 2,000 stocks and you've got 24 stocks, Adam, making 50-day highs. If a stock can't make a 2-month high, it's not really trending, right? It's just doing this. So if you have no stocks, remember, this is a minimum 100 to see a trend, and we haven't seen it this low in a long time. How can you possibly make money on a trending market when nothing is trending? It's like looking for salmon in the ocean and catching a wide net and getting one in your bag. If there's no salmon, how are you going to catch salmon? See? So that's the problem. Yeah, so you got to understand, you're dealing with a deck of cards that doesn't have a lot of jacks in them. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing moving. There's nothing moving. That's it. This is what I keep coming back to every single day. How can you make money with directional moves? We trade directionally. How do you make money in directional moves when there's no stocks trending? And this is a pretty wide net. This is enough to catch 3, 4, 500 stocks. It's not catching anything. Oh, that's nice, Bodine. I could use one of those monkeys. I like stuffed monkeys. All right. SPY looks like it wants to go up. The next level on the SPY is right here, the VWAP. And folks, I've been doing my best. I know lately we haven't been doing bad. We just haven't had a lot of trades. But I'm really doing my best and trying to keep you guys out of trouble, mostly. Sure, I can. I could share the link on Zoom, but the quality on Zoom is not as good, and there's an 8-second delay. But if you want to use Zoom, God bless you. Here it is. Here's the link for Zoom. I'll post it for everybody. You wouldn't think so, Louis, in the beginning of this day, right? You would think this would be a crazy trading day, but here we are. Okay. Thank you, Jesse. So let me go through the sectors. Then I'll go through SMCI. I mean, when you can't make money on Nvidia earnings on a straddle, oh yeah, yeah, that means times are getting really rough. Okay, let's start with healthcare, XLV. Okay, healthcare, what is it doing? Well, healthcare is in a downtrend. One of the reasons why I like the stock that we currently have long in the pit that nobody's going to mention here, we've had it now for about a week, it's a swing trade, is because it's doing so differently than everything else in healthcare. It's got amazing relative strength. Healthcare on its own is not doing good. It's right now has a triangle. You could see right here, it's got a triangle. And the question is it going to break out to the upside or downside with the trend, with the predominant trend being bearish? I would assume it would break to the downside. Okay. I'm trying to, Wild Ranger. I'm trying to. Look, my list today isn't even that long. It's about half. And every one of my shorts on my short list is one from the pit. I'm literally giving you my watch list from the pit now. It's gotten to that point. Naples fan. I don't trade bonds. I use bonds. I use bonds as a market barometer. That's what I'm trying to say. Now let's talk about real estate, XLRE. Very choppy, no directional bias at all, at all. This is mostly commercial real estate, but nothing at all, nothing at all. Utilities, XLU. Well, it's not utilities anymore. Remember, it's now nuclear stocks. Ooh, be still my heart, right? It's actually looking okay. It's back in this range. It's got a pretty nice uptrend, right? It's got a pretty nice uptrend right here. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like we have some support here. So we got some support right here. Cyrus, same thing, 10-year bond, just TLT. That's the only thing I follow. Let's take a look at consumer defensive, consumer staples. Well, it's interesting, right? Every time I look at consumer staples, they look like they're on the chopping block. But if you look at the sector as a whole, it just looks very choppy. It actually looks a lot like real estate. There's not much going on here. You could have fooled me. I mean, TAP, Pepsi, uh, everything's been going down, but sector's holding on. Got a lot of high volume bars, so you have a lot of resistance here, and you have a lot of support over here, and you have some support over here, which perfectly moves to the bottom of this candle. Let's move this over here. We'll take a look right now, Richard. I have no preconceived notions whatsoever. You see, one thing about me, guys, I have no bias. I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. I don't like Powell. I don't like any of them, see? You don't have to worry about me. Okay, XLK. Okay, how do we know if this is ready or not? Let's see if we got some answers. How do we know if this is ready or not? Assuming we were going to trade it, and we're not, but let's say we were. Let's say we were looking to trade this. How would we know if it's ready or not? Can anybody answer my question? I think it's a fair question. And if you already know the answer, I mean, if you're Richard, I know you know the answer. I'm an equal opportunity offender. Exactly, Brent. Nice signal in AZP, just got out 67% return. And I have to, Matt, can you put that in, Matt?
Hmm?
Oh, thank you, sir. You awake?
Oh yeah.
All right, all right. Just checking. Got to check on him once in a while. How about we do this? Look, starting to accepting. But we need to put a VWAP here. Remember, I promised you I would show you. By the way, remember our example on IBM? I left this here. Did we break through this area? No. And where do we go? South. But look at XLK. Clear break. The entire day today, we're above this area. Look, that's acceptance. That's acceptance. Okay. 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 Doesn't look bad, actually. Problem is, it's got all this stuff to the left of us. It's got a lot of resistance, got a lot of candles, including one right there. There's a resistance area right there. Okay. But it doesn't look bad here. Doesn't look bad at all. Next is XLF financials. How to create the VWAP you mentioned. Most programs have it. Some of you have to actually put the date and say put VWAP on this date, like bar chart in here, or Trading View and TC2000 make it really simple. You just anchor it wherever you want it. Okay? Or nowhere. Think or swim, I don't think it's that simple. I think you have to put the date in. Matt will tell you. Matt, you have to put the date in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little wonky, actually.
Yeah. Alan Gibson on YouTube. The YouTube is about 8 seconds delayed. And the quality is not as good. But yeah, it is what it is. Choppy. No real the date is a no-brainer. Yeah, you just have to put a no-brainer. I mean, just put that in there and that's it. Good to go. Okay, next one. Basic materials, XLB. Nothing here. Look at this. Yes, Larry, go to YouTube, go to the live tab. It's all there. Okay. And by the way, mags have been below the VWAP all day today, and the SPY has been below the VWAP all day today. So we really needed to break above this 591 area. We need to break above the VWAP, and then we need to break above 591 area. After how big shift does one use a AWAP repositioning? Jonathan, we have a class called Full-Time Trading Class. It's free there's a class called Full-Time Trading Bootcamp. It comes for free with a program called Quick Strike. Quick Strike has had 10 winners in a row, and I'm doing my last class on it today at 2 o'clock. Matt's going to post a link for it. I highly recommend you sign up for the class because it'll answer your questions, and you'll be able to get the full-time trading class for free if you purchase Quick Strike. That's the extent of my advertising today. You should it's a really good boot camp. It's worth it. It's the best 5-6 hours you will see. At least today we are seeing a pullback to the VWAP. Yesterday there was no pullback. Exactly. Okay, now XLI. Yeah, Richard mentioned XLI. Yeah, we're okay here. I mean, I kind of like this better, Richard. I like XLK better than XLI. Let's see. Well, hold on right here. I mean, you got clearance. You got clearance, but you haven't really broken out here yet. So this has a higher odds of consolidating, whereas XLK is actually breaking here. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Brett. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I like XLK so far. So far. Let's look at consumer discretionary. Okay, consumer discretionary. You got a nasty resistance area right here. So not as great. Not as great. Energy. Let's look at energy. XLE. I'm neutral on energy right now. Maybe a little bearish, more bearish than anything else. I think we're going to come down right here to about 79.70, and then we'll decide what happens next. I think we're going to be staying right in this area right here. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of support here. There's a lot of resistance right here. Where's that damn thing? Right here. I think we're going to stay in this area for quite some time. And XLC, the sector that I said was going to be the strongest sector this year. Let's see how it's doing. Well, we definitely came up to, we have a nice little thing going on here, but we haven't broken out of it yet. So we just have consolidation. So far, it's definitely not the best sector this year. Definitely not the worst. It did touch the 8-day EMA today and it bounced off pretty good. What I want to see is a clean break outside of this area. Okay? A clean break outside of that area. All right, let me give you stocks. I won't have time to. Well, yeah, you know what? I will have time to give you options. Was this beneficial to you guys going through these sectors? Was this useful? And basically, what it told me is we don't really have a clear shot at anything. And it also told me that my butt better be watching XLK for a break above 236.06. 236.06. You should write that down. I'm going to put a little price alert here for a week. See, transparency. It does say W more. It says the market is crap. You're absolutely right. Look at that. We got 420 people in here, Matt, and 88 in here. It's 420. All right. Take a look at something. Oh, SMCI. Yeah, Peter, thank you. So, what did we do yesterday in NMCI? The point was for SMCI to move either up here or down here. SMCI didn't go anywhere. If you look at the option chain, they expire tomorrow. The 43 call is only 37 cents. It's not worth it. I mean, it's barely worth anything. The 32 put is still worth something. So right now, if you did the 42.50, then it was about what, $1.70, $1.80 right now. You paid about 260. So you would take a loss on it. My suggestion would be to wait till the end of the day because we're not done moving yet. I don't think I would risk the decay overnight, but I would hold it on till tonight because the day still has 3 hours left. And if we break through the VWAP, we can go higher and the calls can start getting a little more expensive. Yeah, Michael, if you sold it, that's fine too. That's fine too. But I'm just saying that that's kind of where I'm at with that. Peter, did I answer your question? If not, let me know and I'll try to answer your question. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. And you can always send me an email, Peter. It's not that busy right now. A lot of people are on vacation. So let me give you stocks to the downside. My webinar today is at 2:00, and I'll be talking about anchored VWAPs. You'll have the last opportunity to get a full-time trading class with Quick Strike, and we issued a new trade today in Quick Strike, which I actually did mention to people in the pit, but I didn't give them the option. Arthur, that's why Arthur says crappy markets up one day, down the next. We haven't had any directional bias, Arthur. You're saying the same thing I'm saying. We're saying it in different words, but we're saying the same thing. Okay. All right, let's continue. To the downside, BBY. Go about 22 days out right now. 66 delta, 69 put. You got all the way till down here. Actually, right down here. You got some room there. No, I did not. I did not go into it big. To me, straddles and strangles are lottery trades. ANET. The 50-day moving average is your profit target. You had a little gap here that's getting filled. I would be very cautious with this trade because we're not below the American flag, but looks like we're heading in that direction. You know what? Hold up. Forget it. This trade is not good. It needs to break below. Forget it. Forget this trade. Forget I even said anything about this trade. Ah, now we're talking. CPRT. 55 put. Yeah, yeah, I figured. I figured. Let's continue. Tap. 22 days to go. 79 delta. 55 put. BBWI. By the way, I forgot. I mentioned. So my this one's on me. I mentioned. I mentioned Best Buy, but I didn't mention Bed Bath and Beyond. Little store, right? Not a lot of market cap, but it's retail. See, it's retail. And retail, it, it if retail is good, it's good. If retail's bad, it's bad. It's not that selective. It's either good or bad. So it's like chips. So you got to be really, really careful here. Got to be really careful here. Matt, do you think we're going to go above the VWAP or we're going to fold?
I hope we go above the VWAP, but I don't know. It's lunch, so it's tricky, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's
I'd
true.
I'd
Women do shop a lot. That's
I'd
true.
lean
So
towards not though.
yeah. Yeah.
I did just hear over the squawk though that Trump just left. I'm sorry, Howell just left the White House. He
Oh,
was meeting with Trump.
oh no. Oh, oh. You got any antacid for me? And by the way, guys, if just so you know, Marvell has earnings, cause Dell volatility. If you want to risk that SMCI and lottery, you can have some volatility on that potentially. Just saying. Bad Gunner, we don't post trades here that are currently open. What does my wife have to say to me? Glenn says, depending on the outcome, you may need a whole bottle of antacid. How true. That's okay, Bad Gunner. It's okay. Well, Powell should start thinking about cutting rates around September, August, September. Okay, let's go to the long side now, shall we? Boeing, let's see. Almost, almost, maybe. It depends on what it does this afternoon. Boeing. Would go 68 Delta, 202.50 calls. Yeah, I hear you, Christopher. Frisky market indeed. eBay, definitely not a day trade. Very wiki, but good for a swing trade. Now, maybe others did too, Vivek. Maybe others did too. Did anybody make money other than Vivek in the VIP room yesterday on AVGO? Let us know. 22 days to go. 73 Delta, 71 call. All right, let's continue. NTES. 74 delta, 115 call. SPR, Spirit. I flew on this thing before. It was actually okay. Long time ago. Too spready. Too spready. You may have to just do the underlying with a stop right here. There you go, Richard. TGI, Triumph. Looks exactly like Spirit. The chart. Not a day trading stock, but holding up well. Too spready. THC. Look at that. It looks beautiful. That's a nice looking stock. Problem is, it's nice looking stock. Right here. Once you could buy the 165 and sell the 175 for $5. Not the airline, no. What is this? It's PR. What is it? Aero. It says, oh, Aero Defense. It's an Aero System holding. I thought it was airlines. Thanks, William. And GR grind is grinding higher. You like that one, Matt?
Good one.
You like that one, huh? I got to earn my keep around here. I would wait for this to go a little higher, but it's not looking bad. Okay. 22 days to go. 65, 85 delta, 23 right here. Right there. Okay, that is all I have for you. We're going to have a webinar. It's going to be the last time I'm doing the Anchored VWAP webinar. I'll be talking about my Anchored VWAPs. You also, if you join, you'll be able to get full-time trading class, which is a 6-hour class on trading the Anchored VWAPs with it, which I think is an amazing deal. Do you guys have any questions for me before I depart to parts unknown? Any questions for me? You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, I talked about SMCI. I mentioned it already. Hopium, I talked about SMCI. Is there another stock, SMCH? I'd never heard of that one. Gold? Gold is looking great. I like gold. Any questions? Any questions? Is there any questions? Anybody I could address? Anything I missed? It's at 2 o'clock. The 2 o'clock, and Matt is posting a link for it right now. All right, guys, I will see you. Where's the emergency exit? Yes, Apple, I'm bearish on right now. I think it's a good setup. If you want to take Apple, you got a profit target right here at 192, and you could do a put on Apple at 73, right here, 210. If QQQ closes in the box, should we be concerned about the general market? No, I wouldn't be concerned about the general market. I would be concerned about the general market, period. But not if it closes in there. I think we're just going to continue the progression, just have a lot of volatility, not go anywhere. Cyrus says, I cannot be comfortable trading big in this market. Welcome to the club, Cyrus. I don't think anybody can, right? I mean, I think that's pretty normal. Hey, Art from Valencia. You're on the web today. All right. The Kyle, where's the 6-hour training class? If you purchase Quick Strike, it comes with it. Okay. And I'm going to be doing that today for the last time in 1 hour. Do you see NVIDIA going up again? Let's see NVIDIA. NVIDIA, it hasn't gone down. NVIDIA's still up. What NVIDIA needs to do at the end of the day is either bolt higher or fill this gap. And I think it's going to happen at the end of today. Okta, let's look at Okta. Okta's bouncing off the 100-day moving average. Once it gets above 114.58, I'm going to buy it for a gap to green. And I'm going to put a profit target right here at 116 on it. You know what? I don't know what will happen. If we back off the VWAP really hard, I don't think so. But if we break through like we're trying to right now, especially around lunchtime, we didn't really back away. I think we have a chance to break higher. I think this market could go higher. So SMI still has a chance. Of course, Michael. SMI just has to go down 2 points. and your break a point and a half to 2 points and your break even. If SMI held its open this morning, right here, you'd be able to get out at a profit. The problem is the options opened afterwards. Listen, it is what it is. I mean, but you still have this is a real volatile time for this stock. All right, I got to get going. I'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye. I'm gonna go ahead and take
Look at
that.
that. I'm wrong. There we
Huh?
go about the view up.